Make you host,
Okay, got
make me
it.
co-host. We're good to go.
Okay, if you'll make me host again,
I did.
I am, okay. Can't tell, okay. All right, so here we go. Let in people that are waiting. I'm
Yeah.
gonna.
Can you just make me co-host when you have a chance?
Oh, yeah, I always forget that, don't I? I see, here we go. Okay,
Okay.
is there anybody else I need to make co-host?
Well, I noticed that I didn't see ADA Sanchez. So maybe when she comes in.
Yeah, she's not back yet.
She was talking to Crispin, I think. Okay. All right. All right, so good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to County Court 9.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
And I'm going to need everybody to, I see Miss Corley. Miss Corley has a plea that you want to do today, right, Miss Corley?
Yes, Your Honor, and the paperwork has been completed.
Let me see if I have that so that I can, we were in a meeting and unfortunately I didn't have a chance to check.
Which
But
case is this?
This is on Jesus Rojas, 664-649.
All right, I'm just going to look for the please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Hi,
I'm here for a plea as well. I had to jump off and jump back on because I couldn't turn my video on or unmute myself, but I'm here for a plea on Jason Hernandez, and that paperwork should also be in.
Okay, hold on. I'm in another screen. Let's see, I see Riojas. Let me get that one done. Okay. Ms. Corley, you had Jesus Riojas, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let's let me minimize this. Maybe I can do that so I can come back to it. Will that work? I don't know. Okay, so Mr. Riojas is here. Rojas, okay. So Mr. Rojas, would you please unmute yourself, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. King, do you have that already? I pulled
Yes.
it up on Chrome.
I have the plea paperwork.
All right, so
Can you be sure?
Yeah, Mr. Rojas, will you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You may lower your hand. All right, let me get back to where we needed to be. All right, so this is cause number 664649, the state of Texas versus Jesus G. Rojas. Counselors, please make your announcements.
Jeff King on behalf of the state.
Linda Corley for Mr. Rojas.
So are you going to be able to share, Mr. King?
There you go, Your Honor.
So are you Jesus G. Rojas?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
You've been charged with the offense, and you will see that on your screen, of obstruction of a highway/roadway. And you
Yes,
will
ma'am.
also see
Oh,
that
sorry.
the range of punishment for that is up to 180 days in Bear County Jail and
Yes,
or up to a $2,000 fine. You understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're going to go to the second page where it says defendant signature. See that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that by signing that document, you are waiving your right to a jury trial, your right to remain silent, as well as your right to all those other rights listed in that document?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have an agreement with the state and I follow it, but then later on you change your mind, you want to take back your plea, you would need my permission to do that, but I do not have to give that permission. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you, if I assess a punishment that is harsher than what you have agreed to, then you can take back your plea, and nothing you've said or signed for today's hearing can be used against you. And let me go back up here. If you, okay, so Ms. Corley, have you had an opportunity to discuss the charge with Mr. Rojas?
Yes, Your Honor.
In your opinion, does he have a factual as well as a rational understanding of the charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he been able to assist you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Approve the waiver. I'm going to. Okay. I am actually in the system looking at it right now. Okay. Let me get out. All right. So is there an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. As a preliminary matter, we have we would move to amend the information, add count 2 obstruction of a highway/roadway, and subsequently move to dismiss count 1 of the information of the WI.
No objections, Your Honor.
All right, that is approved. And
And then we would ask for 16 months of deferred adjudication, a $450 fine, plus court cost, DWI education, the victim impact panel, a TAP evaluation, ignition interlock for 1/2 the term, and 45 hours of community service.
Ms.
Is our
Corley,
agreement?
Okay, all right. 1 second, please. I need a pen. I can't find a pen. Oh, I just found, no, I don't. Thanks. So, Mr. Rojas, to the
Yes, ma'am.
offense of obstruction of a highway/roadway as a Class B misdemeanor, how do you plead, sir?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Is anybody forcing you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you doing this of your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
I will accept your plea. Now, Mr. King, would you tell me what that was again? I didn't get a chance to write it down.
A 16-month term of deferred adjudication, 45 hours of community service, a $450 fine, plus court cost, DWI education, the victim impact panel, a TAP evaluation, ignition interlock for 1/2 the term.
Okay, so Mr. Rojas, to the offense of you already pleaded guilty, I'm going to accept your plea. I'm placing you on deferred adjudication for a period of 16 months. I'm assessing 45 hours community service. I'm assessing a fine of $450 plus court costs. You are to complete the DWI education course, the victim impact panel, the TAP evaluation, and install on your vehicle ignition interlock for 1/2 your term of probation. I'm also going to give you 24 hours community service credit if you have been or become fully vaccinated for COVID with proof to the probation department. Is there anything further from defense?
Nothing from defense.
State?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Rojas, deferred adjudication can be a good result for you. If you keep all your promises, you will not have a conviction. That's pretty important. But you need to know that the court expects you to comply 100% with all your terms and conditions. Many people do make deferred adjudication a success. And I hope that you will commit to do that also. It is in your best interest. Because if the state files a motion and I find sufficient reason to follow it, then I can give you that conviction, revoke your community supervision, assess up to 180 days in Bear County Jail, and you would have a very limited right of appeal. So the downside is really not very good at all, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Just want you to understand, this is a very good agreement your lawyer got for you. Is there anything further? If there's not, then Mr. Rojas, you have I have followed your agreement, so that means you do not have a right to appeal. So at this time, I also need to make sure that you did fill out a personal data sheet. Do you swear that everything you put on there is true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, at this point in time, we're going to adjourn this hearing. I'm going to ask you to watch your screen because you'll be given a prompt to enter a breakout room. And you're going to meet with Mr. Richardson, who's going to give you important information on how to proceed and what to expect, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
This hearing's adjourned. Best of luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, Ms. Corley, thank you. Have a great
Thank you.
afternoon.
You too. Mr. Rojas, if you have any questions, call. Oh, I think he's gone already.
All right, at this time, let me see. Mary Petrasha, I keep forgetting to pronounce that differently. Peterzak, right? That's the way most people say it. Oh, you must be on. Mr. Orta, good afternoon. How are you doing? You're muted, Mr. Orta.
Great so far. Judge, I have this case E and I don't know, I hadn't turned in the pretrial application on Ruben Pereira.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can print it out today and turn it in tomorrow.
Yes, because this is a great opportunity, right?
Right, and I don't know how this has fallen through the cracks so many times, and I apologize to the court, but I just called my son to see if he could print it out, and
Okay.
I'll turn it in tomorrow.
Do you have to turn it in online or are you going to turn it in person?
I'm gonna turn it in person. That's what messes it up. I don't know how to do the computer stuff or anything like that.
Okay. I'm just wondering if you could somehow, if you don't know how to do computers, I'm sure you don't know how to scan, right? So, all right. So
That's what my son was telling me to scan it. I don't know, but I know he's gonna take care of it today,
okay.
and I'll turn it in by tomorrow.
I'm going to do this, Mr. Orta. I want you to come by the courtroom. What is today? Wednesday?
Thursday.
Okay. I want you to come to my court on Monday, and I want you to show me that you actually turned it in, okay?
Oh, sounds good, Judge.
It's at Monday at 10 o'clock.
I'll be there, Judge.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
So is your
Might be
client
excused.
here?
Hey, I just talked to him this morning, but I can have him there Monday.
Okay, but he has already done all the paperwork. All you have to do is turn it in.
No, it's a pretrial, the investigation thing. The
Pretrial
application,
diversion. Right,
application.
okay. So you're gonna see him right now? He's not here.
Yeah. No, I talk to him all the time.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to hold you to it. I want to see proof that it got turned in Monday.
No problem, Judge. I'll get it stamped somehow.
Okay, all right.
Thank you,
See
Judge.
Monday at 10. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Orta.
Thank you, Judge. Bye.
Mr. Nunzio, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So who are you here on today?
I'm here on Mr. Jason Hernandez. He should also be on the screen as well.
Yes, I'm looking at Mr. Hernandez. Are you going to do a plea on him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let me see if I can find it. 1 second. I'll be right back.
What's the case number?
It's 665318.
I have the plea work for that, Your Honor, and it's already been completed and signed.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to pull it up so that I can proceed on that. Although I guess we could just, if you shared the screen, I could just do it that way. Okay. Was that on Mr. Mendoza? Is that what what was the cause number?
It's 665318. Jason Hernandez.
Jason Hernandez, okay. So it's been a while since that was done, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of looking for it here, I'm just going to rely on. Okay, I see. Yeah, I remember having signed that. Okay. All right. So let me minimize this so I can go back to Zoom. Okay. I did that wrong. Okay. Mr. Hernandez, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, you may lower your hand. This is cause number 665218. The state of Texas versus Jason Philip Hernandez Alejandro. Counselors, please make your announcement.
Jeff King on behalf of the state.
Erica Denunzio for Mr. Hernandez.
All right, so Deputy, would you come here and help me with this? How can I make this bigger so I can read
He
it?
can only do it on his because he's sharing yours.
Oh, okay.
Let me see something here. Hit this button here.
This,
No, this one.
that one.
Get
Perfect. That's
rid
good.
of chat.
Thank you. Well, how do I get rid of it?
Yes. Okay, get rid of participants.
Participants.
View. They'll just double click on the black right there. There you go.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. All right. So, are you Jason Philip Hernandez Alejandro?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a US citizen, sir?
I am, Your Honor.
You've been charged with the offense of indecent exposure as a Class B misdemeanor. The range of punishment for that is up to 180 days in Bear County Jail and or a fine up to $2,000. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so we're going to go to the second page. You're looking at that document that you reviewed with your attorney, correct? On the
Yes, Your Honor.
screen? So I need you to tell me, did you electronically sign that, sir?
I did, Your Honor.
Do you understand that by signing that document, you're waiving your right to a jury trial, your right to remain silent, as well as all those other rights listed in that document?
I do, Your Honor.
If you have an agreement with the state and I follow it, but then later tonight or tomorrow you have a change of heart, you want to take back your plea, you would need my permission to do that, but I do not have to give that permission. You understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
If I assess a harsher punishment than what you have agreed to, then you can take back your plea, and nothing that you've said or signed for today's hearing can be used against you, okay?
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right. so let me see. If you plead no contest to this offense, I can still find you guilty. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Denuncio, have you had an opportunity to discuss the charge with Mr. Hernandez?
Yes, I
Alejandro?
have, Your Honor.
In your opinion, does he have a factual as well as a rational understanding of the charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he been able to assist you in his defense?
Yes, he has, Your Honor.
All right. I approve the waiver. So is there an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. We have agreed to 10 months of deferred adjudication, a $300 fine with 1/2 suspended, plus court cost, 70 hours of community service, a cognitive thinking course, and no contact with John James Park. I'm sorry. That's all.
Your Honor,
John James.
Your Honor, I had a different understanding of the agreement. Everything else was fine, but my understanding was that the community service would be 50 hours.
You're correct. I'm sorry. I
Okay,
saved
I
down
just wanted
below
to make
because
sure.
we did the AIDS awareness up front, so it should be 50 hours of community service instead of 70. My apologies.
Okay, all right. All right, so otherwise, everything is, now that it's corrected, that is your agreement, Ms. Denuncio?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Hernandez Alejandro, to the offense of indecent exposure as a Class B misdemeanor, how do you plead, sir?
No contest, Your Honor.
Is anybody forcing you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you doing this of your own free will?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, I accept your plea. I'm not making any findings of guilt. I'll place you on deferred adjudication for a period of 10 months. I'm assessing a $300 fine, however, 150 of that is probated, plus court costs. You are to complete 50 hours community service, complete the cognitive thinking course, and no contact with John James Parsons. Furthermore, I will give you 24 hours credit on your community service requirement if you are or become fully vaccinated for COVID with proof to the probation department. Is there anything further from defense?
Nothing further from defense, Your Honor.
Anything further from the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I have followed your agreement, Mr. Hernandez Alejandro, and you do not have the right to appeal. Did you fill out a personal data sheet, sir?
I did, Your
Do
Honor.
you- Do you swear that everything you put on that personal data sheet is true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. At this time, we are going to adjourn this hearing. I want to wish you the best of luck. I just want to be sure that you understand that if you keep all your promises, if you comply with all the provisions of your community supervision, that you will not have a conviction. That's pretty important. But if you do not comply with
ma'am.
everything, then I can give you that conviction, revoke your community supervision, assess up to 180 days in Bexar County Jail, and you would have a very limited right of appeal. So I want you to be very aware that it's very important to successfully complete this. Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor. I fully understand.
all right, thank you, sir. We are adjourning this hearing at this point. You're going to get a prompt in a second on your screen to join a breakout room. If you will click on that, you will be meeting with Mr. Richardson, who's going to give you important information on what to expect and how to proceed, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, best of luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, Ms. Denuncio. I appreciate you.
Have a good day. May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. Have a great afternoon.
You too, and let us know if you have any questions, Mr. Hernandez.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Kayla Price. Okay, who is your lawyer, ma'am?
George Sharman. My court case isn't until 2:30.
I'm sorry, say that again.
My court case isn't until 2:30.
Oh, is that correct, Aleda?
This is the motion to suppress, Your Honor.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Oh, okay, that is correct then. All right, thank you very much, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
All
you.
right. And Stephanie Barabo. Your attorney is Robert Valdez.
And he's still busy in another court, Your Honor.
Okay, what were we going to do on that case? On Mr. Valdez's case, what were we going to do? It was just on the docket.
Your Honor, I think it's also set for, I did a plea work for him, but Mr. Valdez has yet to sign, so it's still in my Adobe sign waiting for him.
Okay. Today is Thursday. Well,
And he's been
I
very
do have
busy. in the
a motion
court.
to suppress at 2:30, correct? I mean, we do. We have a motion to suppress at 2:30. So, we'll see if he can come in a couple of minutes. Let me see if I can find that plea paperwork at least. Do you happen to see it, Mr. King?
Plea work for which case? The Barabo?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. It's waiting for Robert Valdez, the attorney, to sign it. So the defense attorney as well as the defendant have not signed the plea work.
Right. Okay. So we're going to have to ask them to come back maybe on Monday or another day. Ms. Barabo, your lawyer is in another court at this time. And unfortunately, we have something else that will be starting in a couple of minutes. And so the paperwork is not complete and we will not have an opportunity to complete it before my next matter starts. So I'm going to just ask you to come back another day. Okay, so stay in touch with your lawyer and I mean, if you all have the plea paperwork done on Monday, then you can come in at 1:30, okay? But at this point, we can't proceed. Thank you, ma'am. You have a good afternoon.
And Miss Pietrasik, I can't say the name, is meeting with her client who's in jail. And that plea work should be done here shortly.
Okay. Are they here? So what's the cause number on that?
For that one, it is 663286.
Okay, thank you.
And
So I think, is Miss Peters Act still working on that? 663-286?
She's in a breakout room with her client. So it was sent to the iPad, so it was waiting to the jail iPad, just waiting for that to be finished.
Oh,
So that's why you don't have the plea work yet.
okay. Should be having something printing. Thank you. I have 2 more to do before. Very much.
Judge Mary Peterzak, may I approach?
Yes, I'll be right there. Hold on.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. All right. You have that paperwork done?
Not quite. So there's a little issue. I was under the impression that the misdemeanor case was holding up the process on the felony case, but it turns out that's not the issue. And there's some other issues. And I think there's an attorney that was hired on the felony case that filed a motion withdrawal that hopefully is going to be approaching the judge about next week in that felony court. And then I've spoken to the court and they're talking about appointing me to that felony case. And so the ultimate goal is to resolve this case with that case. And so I guess I just need maybe 2 or 3 weeks to get those gears in motion and take care of it.
Okay. What was the cause number on that again?
Yes, Judge. It's going to be cause number 663286. It was on page 3 of the docket this morning.
Okay. So basically, we're going to just reset that for all that other stuff to happen, right?
Yes, Judge. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
I gotta make things a little complicated for you. I gotta keep it interesting.
Okay, let's come back May 11, okay?
Perfect. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All
And then
right, we have.
If my client's still in the breakout room, I don't know if y'all just want to kick him out and then if I could be excused.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and let him go. And May 11 is his court date. And yeah, you have a great afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. You too.
Okay. We are waiting for Mr. Sharman now, I think, right?
Mr. Sharman in the Payne case.
No, he's not. There was a motion to suppress? Is that what I was told earlier?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so did we double book something, Aleda?
We had discussed the Payne and you said it wasn't gonna take that long, so we added also the Payne case. The
Okay,
divorce
so
case.
what time is the Payne case coming?
It's coming in at 2:30.
2:30. And Mr. Sharman's motion to suppress is at 2:30 also? Well, I can start on whichever one gets here first, I guess. So we're going to let's just do this. I think we'll just have to bring the motion to suppress back. Sometime next week, maybe Monday or whatever. Can you look at the calendar, Aleda?
Sorry, I was talking to myself. Monday, because Tuesday you have, well, at 1:30 you have a compliance hearing, so it may not take that long.
No.
So it'll be rescheduled to Monday, this upcoming Monday.
Either Monday or Tuesday, whatever the judge wants.
Did you have your witnesses here, Mr. King?
No,
Oh, okay.
it was by submission as well. That's
Oh.
what he asked for. So I already provided you a copy and I gave a copy to the windows for Mr. Sharman to pick up as well.
Oh, okay. All right. So then if it works out for Ms. Price and Mr. Sharman, we can do this Monday at 2:30. Is that a good time? Is that what you said?
You said on Monday at 2:30, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. But we're just making sure that's not going to be a conflict.
It's trying to reschedule.
That should be fine, but right now I'm actually on the phone with
Mr.
Also,
Sharman?
the George Sharman's paralegal, just trying to see where George Sharman is. Is there any way that it could just be just a second to see where he is in terms of the case right now?
Sure, we can wait.
Okay, just 1 second. Sorry about that, man. Alrighty, ma'am. So he's actually in the middle of another case right now. So the Monday at 2:30 p.m. will work for me.
Okay, all right, ma'am. Thank you very much. Appreciate
Thank
your
you so much.
patience.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
have a good
Appreciate it.
afternoon. Take care.
You as well.
So, Mr. King and Ms. Sanchez, I guess that'll, I hope that's gonna work out with you all too, right?
Well,
that's
we had to
reception.
request, we had to request officers and everything, Judge, and I just thought that this was gonna be done by submission. So I'm just confused on where the miscommunication was.
Okay, so. Well, am I understanding that you had officers lined up for testimony?
No, we can, but Mr. Sharman's motion said it was by submission only, which is why I made the CDs and all that. And I don't think Mr. Sharman provided anything to the court. He didn't provide anything to the state.
Yeah.
So he wanted to do it by submission, but yet never submitted anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm quite frankly, yeah. So basically, what is the relief you want?
Judge, whatever the court wants to do, we were hoping to talk to Mr. Sharman today to see if he did intend, in fact, to do it by submission. So if you would like us to try to be prepared, ready to go Monday afternoon with an MTS, we can do that. And in the event something changes and he does want to go submission, then we can do that as well.
Well, I know, which do you prefer? You prefer the submission where you don't have to have the officers come in?
It was it's kind of weird because it's kind of like a forward motion that's being urged. And so I will just defer. I mean, if Jeff, if we want to bring witnesses, we can bring witnesses. And
I mean,
We'll have our witnesses ready for Monday, Your Honor, just in abundance of caution.
okay, all right, okay, great. All right, that's fine then. I'm sorry that sometimes things just get mixed up. Okay, well then, thank you all very much. I don't guess you all need to hang around for this other one.
All right,
Y'all
thank
have
you,
a
Your
great
Honor.
Afternoon, you all take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
thanks, Judge. Bye.
So you sent them the invite for today later, both sites?
Sorry, Judge. What was that?
Did you send, oh, there's Mr. Kano, okay. I was wondering if they had gotten the invite.
They did.
Judge, did you have the 2 case numbers on those cases that just played?
I did. Let's see, I wrote them up back here. No. It's on the, I can pull it up on my Chrome. Hold on, let me just do that real fast.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No problem. Let me,
So I'm not sure. I guess I don't need Global Protect in the courthouse
oh, yeah, I was gonna say something and I forgot.
because I'm on the Bear County private.
Yeah, because I always try to do Global Protect when I come in here.
And then does it give you that little red?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so on Hernandez, it was where's the cause number? 665318. I may as well do
Thank you
this
so
now.
much.
And then let me go ahead and, I think they probably entered everything already on. It was 10 months deferred. Yeah, 300, okay. All I have to do is add. How many hours community service was that? Oh, I'm going to fill in. Okay, here it is. Cognitive, oh, they did this already. Okay. Okay, so I just need to sign it. They filled it out while I was talking. Pretty good.
Hello, everyone.
Wait, you know what? I'll be with you in just a second. Close this. There's a cognitive thinking course, credit service. Also no contact. Did they put that in there? Okay, no contact. No contact with John James Parsons. Yeah, that's it. Okay, now I can sign. Sorry, got to make you wait.
You're fine, Judge.
And the other one was Rojas. And that is 664649.
Okay, awesome. That's all I need.
Okay, good. And I will come back on that. Because I need to get myself back to Zoom.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, good afternoon. We're going to proceed on the final orders on cause number 2021 CI 00416, styled in the matter of the marriage of Amber Loney Payne and Roger Allen Payne Jr., and in the interest of ARP and AVP children. Counselors, please make your announcement.
I'm Deanna Whitley. I represent Amber Payne. She's present in the virtual courtroom, and we're ready for your ruling.
Judge, this is Ed Cano. This is a motion to enter hearing, so I think that we need to be heard on why our we sent in two different respective decrees, and I would like to spend a few minutes, hopefully not more than 10, 15 minutes, to tell you why you should consider signing the decree that we presented. But I'm here with my client too. Judge, there's an Ana Hernandez that's zoomed in. She's my legal assistant, and she kind of knows how to put documents up on the screen. So that's why she's here with me.
All right.
And Your Honor, if I may.
Yes.
We're here not to reopen the evidence or reopen our closing argument, but rather to get your ruling. And then once we have your ruling, then we'll conform our prospective orders to your ruling. So I don't think it's proper to argue it ahead of your ruling. I think we need to know your ruling and then enter the decree, which we can do today.
Right. Well, there was a dilemma that I did not have all the exhibits. And I tried to get the court file from the civil side, and they said that there were no exhibits in the file because there was a lot of agreement from my notes on most of it, but there were some things that were not agreed to. And I wanted to basically approve anything that had been agreed and just make a ruling on anything that was disputed. Now, one of those things that I recall is that I didn't even have the petition for divorce. And my notes show that there was fault alleged on the side of petitioner, but the fault was never clarified. And so I did not know what the basis of that fault was. So I did look at the petition, and it's incompatibility, if I recall correctly. So that was one thing that I really wanted to be sure that I had gotten right.
Judge, let me just check my pleading real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Judge, while she's working on that, can I comment on something that you just talked about?
Yes.
Okay, so Judge, one of the reasons for why I felt it was necessary to wait, it wasn't really for delay, it was because I got a copy of the we paid for a transcript of the trial, and I think we may have forwarded that to the court, which and that transcript tells you which exhibits were admitted. And so what I did is on the 17th of March, we had forwarded you our exhibits in the trial, which were admitted. So, and that would have been on March 17th, Judge, just so you know that you not only have the a transcript from the court reporter as to what you also have our admitted exhibits. The court reporter was not because I retained the exhibits. She didn't give me our exhibits with the transcript. So that's why. But what I did do is I read the transcript, and the transcript will tell you which of our exhibits were admitted, and those are the ones I sent you back then. And so what I have this morning, I have 3 or 4 documents that summarizes the evidence, that tells you where in the record you can find what it is that I'm talking about and what the differences in values are. It tells you For example, if someone said they thought something was worth X, I have a list of where you can find that in the transcript. So I was hoping I'd be able to share that with you. And I am not trying to reopen the evidence at this time. I am simply trying to aid the court in providing you information that's contained in the record. And I pointed out specifically where in the record you can find it. That way, so just to let you know that's been emailed to you, but I'm also prepared to talk about that. And council was copied on that.
The fault ground was cruel treatment alleged by Amber Payne. And in terms of Mr. Cano reopening and giving a closing argument, I think that has been forestalled by the fact that right now we're waiting on a ruling from Your Honor, and all of my exhibits were provided to the court.
Well, the dilemma is this. It was by Zoom, and everything was presented through Zoom, but I did not get anything tangible or even on the Zoom that I could read. So I wanted to make sure that I looked at everything that had been presented and admitted. So I came to the courthouse and I tried to get the file, and I did, but there were no exhibits there. So that was not helpful. And nothing is normal these days. I don't know how you all are, doing it over in the courthouse, but I really needed to see those exhibits because I had notes about what had been admitted and what had not, and what was disputed. And so I just wanted to be able to review the exhibits before I made a decision. So
Yes, ma'am.
this is not a simple divorce. It's very, there is a lot to it. So I did look at the petition, and I'm not sure I have it here in front of me. I have my copies, and then I have copies that Aleda gave to me just now. And so but about that, to me, it was very important that there was fault alleged. And I looked at the petition that I got. I think I printed it off. I think I got it. I don't remember how I got it, but maybe I got it from the file. Perhaps that's what I did. Anyway, I was looking at that, and I read that the fault alleged was incompatibility. I'm looking to see if I can find it right now. And I may have it right here. Because I have a lot of copies. I've brought copies from home. And then I've been given copies here.
Judge, and just so you know, I believe that the wife filed against the husband, and I think we filed a counter petition. So just.
Yeah, I think I did see that also.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, our original petition was filed on 1/8/2021. Now, I can pull that and share screen with you if that would be helpful.
Okay.
But would you like me to do that, or does the date help?
I would really, that's an important, and it's an important issue in property, a just and right property division. So I think that I would like to take advantage of the transcript that Mr. Cano got, because I'm between court reporters at this point. And when we did this hearing, I neglected to put down who the court reporter was. And so that was not in my notes. So I didn't remember who that was. And so I didn't know who to call to get a copy. And there's just been so much going on that, time-wise, it was very difficult to do more research. But I would like to just make my ruling based on the transcript, what is actually the record of the hearing, and the exhibits that were admitted and the file. So
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
what I would like to do. So
Yes.
And Judge, I will also, if you like, just email you the original petition. Is that okay?
yeah, how many pages will that be?
It's only about 6 or 7 pages, and page 2 has the fault ground listed on it.
Okay, all right. And so then, since that is part of the file, Mr. Cotton, if you want to send me the counter petition, I will be glad to have that too.
Oh, okay, sure, Judge, no problem. And,
So anything that is in the file, I'll be glad to look at.
okay, and Judge, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a pain about this, but I think it would be helpful if you want, I've sent and I copied counsel a summary of the differences in values and where in the record that could be found, including the value of the community homestead. It's about it's just 4 pages. It's actually 4 different documents, and it's in today's email, and it'll show up why this thing's kind of like all over the map, because
yeah, there is a lot of information.
Yeah, but this summarizes it. This will summarize it and tell you where to find it in the record, Judge, if you need to. It's just an available resource if you need it, but it's in the email. And
well, I would say it's argument. So I would ask the court, if you're going to review what Mr. Cano is offering now, then I think I need the opportunity to do the same summary. The issue is Ms. Payne has a refinance approved on the home, and we've got interest rates going up and things. So I think that the court can look at the transcript and the exhibits without the assistance of the lawyers. And I do think Mr. Cano submitting this to you after the fact, it isn't fair. So how can we help the court arrive at a proper decision?
Well, I mean, if it's just information consolidated in a special, I mean, if it were like a balance sheet or a, some kind of financial document that shows exactly what is in the file, I don't really see a problem with that. But, if you want to submit something that would counteract that, well, I would look at that also. Because basically, I would imagine that both documents are going to be something I can look at and clarify in the transcript.
Sure.
And, because, I didn't really have a chance to look at everything that was admitted or even anything that was discussed other than hear it in the record. And I do rely a lot on the record because I feel that, that's where all the evidence is really clearly presented when you all put that up, So I have to tell you that the record will be very significant because, that's like being there again. So.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Okay, Judge, and you know what? It just so happened on the day of this case, Judge, if you remember, we were assigned to you like on a Friday, mid-afternoon almost, and you had your court reporter. We didn't know this till later, but the court reporter that you had in the morning left early for whatever reason, and so someone else was assigned. So it was. So that information should have been available with the court reporters people at the courthouse,
right.
And it took me almost 6 weeks to find out who the court reporter was. We had to go and they didn't have that information handy, so it was a little bit of a hunt to try to figure that out. So I'm glad we finally got that resolved.
Well, you know, to be candid, I also wanted to get this resolved because it's a complicated issue, matter. And so I asked Aleda to ask you all to send me your proposed orders, because that way I could just go ahead and compare. And if I had any questions, then we could clarify, you know, with
Yes,
the
ma'am.
record. But so unfortunately, you know, we're still not back to normal. It's not the way courts normally proceed. It's not the way we normally do things. And virtual is still a little bit of a disadvantage, in the sense that everything is much more, you know, prepared. There's not the same freedom of expression, I think, that you have when it's in person. It's nobody's fault. I do want to do the right thing though. So that's why I'm wanting to take the time to look at everything, and, you know, because this is important to the parties, obviously. So if I just do my best, and that's still, you know, not what you all are satisfied with, well, you have recourse, you have relief that you can seek, right?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. All right, Judge. Well, we're available for anything that you might need, you know, answer any questions perhaps down the road. And, but I don't think I have anything further right now, Your Honor.
All right. So I would like to have a copy of that record. I understand it's pretty voluminous because we did go over our time that day. I remember we finished late.
Yes, ma'am.
So-
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Oh, no problem, Judge. I think that might have already been sent to the court.
Okay, so can you?
But
give a
well,
copy?
if not, we'll check. If not, we'll resend it. And then we'll also send our counter petition.
Oh, please, yeah. Anything that's in the file. I did have, it took a while to get the file too, so things have just
Sure.
not been working in our favor.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
And
so,
Judge, I'll have my summary to you by tomorrow, let's say at noon, and that way you'll have it and we'll be squared away.
all right. So you all know my email is just gloria.saldaña@bayer.org.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you all very much. And I wish we could have gotten through this today, but I
Yes,
just really
ma'am.
want to be careful, okay?
We'll get it done.
No-
Thank you, Judge.
No problem. Thanks, Judge. Having a good afternoon.
You
Bye.
too. Thank you all.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Okay, I think we're done, right? Thank you all.